Hi, Greenbelt. So first, before we start class, I got new toys for Christmas to help, record and stuff. So I'm gonna show you because I'm excited. So here we go. First, I got a tripod, so you don't have to deal with my wobbly camera and it falling off of stuff and moving it constantly. Now, if I want to change the height, I can just and make you guys super tall, and it's not that hard. So we got that, and this is all stuff we're going to use today, by the way. Well, I'm obviously already using this, but we got that, and I got new exercise diet that I'm super excited about. I'm not going to lie, they're kind of brutal, so I might change some of them. But here we go. So I'm going to probably move you, though, because the sun is right behind me. I hope you guys had a good winter break, and welcome back. Woohoo! Alright, so here we go. Alright, guys, so I think that's a better angle sun-wise. But we're going to use these for our warm-up. Let me make sure this is the one I want to use. Alright, so they're all different colors. Like this one, the writing's gold. And this one, the writing's purple. And then the last one is white because it has yoga on it. So it's different because it's pictures and stuff. But we got purple, gold, and black. And today we're going to do the black one because why not? Alright, so I'm going to try. I'm going to do all this with you because I know you might not know how to do some of these. So just, we're going to do this together. So we roll the die. We get 1 minute of wall sits. So I will turn this so I can do this on my wall. If you don't have a wall right next to you, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can do just a horse stance, or you can go find a wall. It's up to you. So a wall sit is basically a horse stance on the wall. There we go, just like this. So you're gonna hold this with me. I think we're only gonna do, we'll see. So we're just gonna hold this. We'll do patty cake if you want. But I'm trying to watch the timer so I know how long we need to do this for. Okay, so I thought while we hold our wall sit, we can talk about what we're working on this month. So this month we are working on power and nutrition. So we're going to talk about nutrition for right now because we'll work on power in a bit. So nutrition, first of all, who knows what nutrition is? What do you think? Who can tell me what nutrition is? So if you just talked to the camera, thank you. If you didn't, that's okay. But nutrition is basically what you eat, right? So if you eat nutritious foods, they're good for you. If you eat bad food or not nutritious foods, they're not good for your body. So an example of nutritious food might be an apple. An example of a not so nutritious food might be a cake. But it's all in moderation, right? So you can eat cake, but if you only eat cake, are you going to be very healthy? No. But also, if you only eat apples, you're still not going to be very healthy. So it's all about balance, if that makes sense. Alright, so that's our minute, by the way. So we're going to turn this way and continue. Whew, can you see my mat? Nah. There it is. Okay. So here we go. We roll again. If it gets on wall sits again, I'll just pick something different. Don't worry. So I roll. And we've got wall sits, of course. Let me roll again. Sorry, I'm not on screen. 15 lunges. Let me just. So these ones, left, right lunges. Here's how we're gonna do this. You step forward, lunge, and then we switch. Step forward to the other leg, lunge, and that's 2. Other leg, lunge, 3, lunge, 4, lunge, 5, lunge, 6, lunge, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, that's 15 lunges. We roll again. Sorry if I keep going out of shot, but 15 push-ups. There you go. Okay, so I'll get my mat back. And we're going to do 15 push-ups. I'm just going to put my hands on the mat. That way I feel like my feet get better grip on the pavement. But if you're using a mat, that's up to you. But that's my tip of the day. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Let's wall sits again. We're not going to repeat stuff today, guys. Lunges again. It does not like me today, I guess. Calf raises. So, if you don't know what calf raises are, I'm going to show you. You come up on your toes like this. And after a while, it starts to hurt. So, I'm going to stand this way. We're going to do 25 of those. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you starting to feel it? You should feel it right here. I feel it most of the time. This is our halfway break. Right here. And right here in the back of your calf. So, I think we're on 12. 3, 4, 5, 6. These are better if you do them slow. Better as in, more muscle build. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Nice. Here we go. I think we'll do one more roll, and that'll be it for now. So, we go again. I landed on water break, which I'll give you time to stretch in a minute anyway. So just last one, okay? You can see that. There it is. Water break. Lunges again. Dang it, guys. Almost there, almost there. This is the last one we're going to do, I promise. 12 burpees. So, we don't have to do push-up burpees today, even though we just did a ton of stuff. Here, I'll show you. Let me turn my body this way so you can see what I'm doing. And then this way. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Just jump, down, kick out, and then back up. So, I'm going to do that again. Let me double check. 12 burpees. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whew. I don't know about you, but I don't like burpees. Here we go. 4, 5, 6. Halfway there. So, quick story while you catch your breath. And I catch mine. Over the weekend, I was practicing with my dad, and my cousin was here, and it rolled on burpees. And he got really excited because he really likes burpees. And I think I have to just own him because, personally, burpees are the worst, you know? Okay, so 6 more, guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 5. Uno más. 6. All right, guys, high five. So now you get time, maybe a minute, to stretch and get water. All right, have fun. Go. Okay guys, so now we are going to work on power. Powers we're working on this month. Who knows what the first aspect of power we will work on. This is the one everyone seems to remember the most, I have to tell you. So it is rotation. If you said rotation, give yourself a pat on the back. Nice job. So, rotation, which is, in other words, rotation, since the a T is twisting. Woohoo! So, we've got twisting. Now, we're going to talk about a few types of rotation today, because different things can rotate, you know. More than just, when we rotate like this, their hips, and more than just their hips rotate. So, we're going to start with the roundhouse kick, though, because it is one of my favorites, especially with rotation, because it's easy to show and it works well. So, if you have something you can kick, go get it. Something that can move when you kick it. For example, you'll be able to see the difference between this and this. There you go. You need something you can kick like that. Okay, so if you have something, if you don't have something, don't worry about it. You can kick a stuffed animal or something. Okay. We have this guy, or a pillow, or whatever. First, we're going to work on roundhouse kicks. To start, like I already said, we're going to do a roundhouse kick with no rotation. Now, I would start with a back leg. I like back leg roundhouse kicks best, but a back leg roundhouse kick has to have rotation, or you're going to hurt your hip and knee. So, I want you to start with your foot all the way turned. So the rotation is already done. I'm just going to ignore it, pretend it didn't happen. And you're just going to pick your foot up and kick. Keep your hips facing the forward, okay? Like, just kick. Your hips face forward. You can't really do around kick very well to begin with. So, I want you to do that a couple times. Just face forward, turn the foot, kick. It might knock over a little bit, depending if you hit the top or the bottom. It all depends how it falls. So just use that a couple times. Okay, now we're going to do it again, but we're going to rotate our hips when we do this. We're going to have our hips start facing forward, or me. Start with your hips facing me. And by the time you're done, I'm not going to kick it yet because that kind of ruins it. By the time you're done rotating, your hips will be facing that way. So we're just going to practice this without kicking for now. So, everybody get in a guard stance and point the way your hips are facing. Doesn't really matter as long as they end up facing the other way. So point. We're going to turn our foot, and we're doing just bring up our knee and make our hips face that way. Like that. Do it a couple times. That right there is rotation. This is rotation. Our hips are rotating. And believe it or not, it gives us more power. So now you're going to add that kick in. Ready? Straight and kick. No, do it again. Hit and kick. One more time. Hit and kick. So now, we are going to add in our pad. We're going to turn our foot. We're going to rotate and kick the pad. And you will see how much farther it flies. Ready? Rotate and kick. Do you see how much more powerfully that fell? Let me do this way so you can see it fall. Ready? I'm going to do it with no rotation. No rotation. Kind of just, a slow fall. Mostly gravity there. And now we do a full rotation. Are you ready? I just added the rotation. It might have a little bit more speed, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be like, I just rotated, if it probably had more speed. But it was the rotation that added more of the power. Yes, speed adds. Guys, the sun's following me now. Okay, there. Yes, speed adds power too, if you knew that or not, I don't know. But so does rotation. So, next thing is we're just going to work on a punch. This is actually going to be the last one. You can rotate 10 different ways, but I think showing rotation and a punch is helpful. So, we're going to start our guard sits. And we're actually going to do this towards the front first. Because whether or not you realize it, you probably rotate with your punch. So, to make sure you don't, stand. We're going to, there are multiple types of rotation and punch. We're just going to stand feet shoulder width apart like this and just punch. Notice how my hand stays the same way the whole time. Most of the time when you see people punch, it turns. And guess what that adds? rotation. So start with it just straight. Just do a couple punches. Now we're gonna do it to our pad. Ready? Just straight. Sure, mine knocks over, but it's. Let me show you. It's really easy to knock this thing over. So it probably wasn't the best thing I should have used, but. Alright, but you can tell which one has more power by the way it folds over, and you're doing it on your own at home, so you can see. So we're just gonna punch like we are, no rotation, and we are not leaning into our punch because that is then backup mass, which is another aspect of power, but not what we're working on right now. Now we're going to add that rotation in. So you're just going to twist your hand when you punch. Your hand starts up like this, and then you punch, and it twists at the last second, like that. So you're going to start here, and you're going to punch and twist. Yeah, so even then, it goes a lot farther. You just punch and twist. One more. Punch and twist. Alright, so now there's another way that we use rotation on a punch, especially with your back side. You know, your backhand punch. We rotate our feet and our hips. Let me show you my feet. Can you see my feet? Yeah. So if I'm here and I'm throwing a punch, I'm going to rotate. So now I start in a guard stance, and I'm almost ending in a front stance. If I was doing like a fighting stance, like this, I come up on my toes when I punch, like that, and that gets you even more rotation and distance. So I'll show you why you might do that or see people do that. Let's say I'm punching from here, like this. Watch. From here, I can't hit. But if I do this, I can. It adds that extra power too. So, if you want, you can practice in a fighting stance. Just know that when you do forms, you want your heel on the ground. Because that will also help with power, anchoring. So in the fighting stance, you kind of give up anchoring for rotation and distancing. But when you do your forms, make sure you have the heel on the ground. Anchoring. So, here's what I want you to do. Hopefully you know try from 8 by now. I can do it once with you really quickly, but then you are going to do from 8 and find rotation in your form. So first, let's do from 8. 8, ma'am. I'm not doing this mirror image, but I'll say the sides. So my right foot back is back, my left foot is in front. If you need to, take a marker and write L and R on your right and left hand. You can do this and find your left one is the one. When you're looking at it, it looks like it makes a normal L. So, put our hand on our left hip, come over into a second chamber, side kick, land, backhand, right hand, hammer fist. I just say back. Front hand, hammer fist, in, out with our right leg, take a knee, punch, slow, right hand, fast, left hand, step forward, hammer fist, step behind, left landing hammer fist, behind, descending hammer fist, slide up, side kick, crossing, our right leg, axe kick, whoop, don't fall though, kick, follow through, hammer fist, going that way, cross our feet, chop, unwind, chop, to the back, chop, punch, chop, up, down, Alright, so, I'll give you a hint. The second half has a lot of rotation, like a lot, right? So, I want you to try to find it in the first half, and the second half will probably be a little bit easier. Anywhere there's twisting, like the unwinding, is rotation. But look extra closely in the first half. Deal? Ready, set, go. Alright guys, so we just have Escrima sticks left. Woohoo! So, we got our Escrima sticks, and we still have our tab. So, here we go. We are going to talk about power with weapons. Now, here's the deal. What happens a lot is people pick up their weapons to do a form, right? Let's say it's a tournament form, or, hang on, I think. Thank you. Or just a weapons form for class. And all of their power disappears for whatever reason. And now if their back fist, or let's say their chop looks like this, now it looks like this. And do you see the difference? There's like no power. So we're going to work on rotation with our Escrima sticks. Now, we can use that in our Escrima stick set. You can rotate in your Escrima stick set. We're going to talk about something called counter torque, which I'll explain in a second, which you don't completely have to understand, but you'll know what it is. Future reference. So we're going to start here. The first strike we're going to do is this one, which we're going to rotate that way towards our target. So now if you're doing this with somebody, like if you're doing these Escrima sticks on somebody, not like on somebody, but on their sticks in class or whatever, don't rotate this much, because it will probably mess with them and you're really not going for power. Our goal is not to break their sticks, alright? So, we're here. I'm going to get in a guard stance, okay? Now, more like a front stance, so my hips are facing that way. But you kind of get the gist. It's kind of like a wide stance, but it's a stance. I'm not just standing like this. So this is like a wide front stance. So I'm going to rotate like that. See how my back foot came up off the ground? It's probably best that it didn't. It's stepping too far out. But it comes up. Now, we're going to do the next thing. 1 second, let's pick up the back. We're going to do that a couple times actually. We're going to start here, and you're just going to rotate and strike. Somebody tell me one thing that rotates when we do the strike. Our hips. Another thing that might rotate is our elbow. You'd say our elbow rotates, the way that it turns. And our wrist rotates if you strike like this. If you're striking like this, it's not really rotating, but when you extend your stick, that rotates too. So, we're going to do that a couple times. Ready? Strike. And now we're going to add that. Okay, we're going to pretend we're hitting, okay? We're just going to add the rotation because I'm sick of picking it up. 1 second. Okay. I'm going to strike over it. We're going to pretend, okay? So we're here. When we strike, 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 now, when we do this one, we're actually rotating away from our target. That's called counter torque. And I'll show you one more time. We strike this way, and we're rotating against where we're striking. This is kind of like push and pull, okay? You're pulling away, and you're pushing that way. For now, you can just think of it as getting ready for the next strike, alright? So we strike, and then we pull back. That way. 1 second. Give me a second. Guys, I'm completely forgetting everything. This one actually does strike this way. Dang it. That doesn't work the way I want it to, but that's okay. We're rotating the other way, and then I guess that one would be counter torque too. 1 second. Let me process this in my brain. So, we got our first strike. Whoop-ah. The other way. Whoop-ah. And then we're going to come around and strike again. Now, pretend I didn't say anything about counter torque. That's going to be the next move. I get confused. That's okay though. Everybody gets confused sometimes. So we strike this way. And when we pull back, we're kind of going to turn our stance a little bit before we strike that way. So watch my feet, the way that I'm doing this, right? We strike, rotate, and when we're coming here, we're kind of just like resetting our stance. Okay, so you rotated, and you're kind of pulling back to get ready for the next move, and then we rotate again. And then for this move, we're going to rotate this way, which isn't counter torque, but forget I said anything about that. Okay, so we're just going to strike, strike, and strike, So, now we are using rotation with our weapons. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go through. Guys, I can position this. I don't need to keep doing that. I'm not used to it yet. But, what I want you to do is go through your Escrima stick set and try to add that extra power in. The rotation where you can. Or, If you find somewhere that you already use rotation, go with that too. So we're just focusing on rotation with Escrima 6. Ready, set, go. Alright guys, so last thing we're going to do. I have my pad here. We're going to do sit-ups. Like thunderclap sit-ups. We're going to use our Escrima 6 steps. So watch me. We're going to start here. When we lay down, we hit the ground. When we come back up, strike, strike. See how I'm rotating? Boom. We already get the rotation. But let's do 5 of those. I'm going to tell you what we're going to add in. Ready? So strike, up, and then come up. Strike, strike. 2, strike, 3, strike, strike. 4, strike, strike, 5, strike, strike. So, my disclaimer, if you're on like nice wood floor at home, don't hit the ground, okay? I don't want anything broken. Don't do this somewhere where you're gonna break something. Don't hit anybody else. Overall, be careful. If you don't hit the ground, that's okay. Just like strike out. Does that make sense? Alright, so for this, you're going to need a partner. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to do here, and then 1, 2, across from your person you're doing this with, okay? So pretend I have somebody here. They're doing the same thing as me. They're going down, strike, strike. If you don't have another set of Escrima 6, that's okay. They can do it with their hands. Make sure you're far enough apart you're not going to hit them. Deal? Okay. And what you're going to do when you come up is you're going to go back and forth and you have to say a healthy food. So I might say apple. And then my partner might say orange. And then I do it again and I might say banana. It doesn't all have to be fruits. Anything that you think might be nutritious. Okay, and you're going to do a total of 20. Actually, we're not even going to do that. You're going to do it until time runs out. Okay? We're going to do about 45 seconds. Cool? Here we go. Alright guys, so that is all for today. I hope you had a great class, and I hope you learned something about rotation or nutrition, and I'll see you again later this week. Bye!